in honor of the new Mission Impossible, I think I'm going to do my own Mission Impossible, which is going to be not walking in front of the camera. And I think that might be harder. So, Tom Cruise, eat your heart out. But he can still run. So, I think he's probably still going to be okay. Come with me as I show you from start to finish how we make a really quick noodle dish with a beautiful pak choi side dish in about 15 minutes. Here we go. Today I'm going to do I've got some leftover chicken thighs I cooked the other day. I went to Costco last week, it was awesome, so I've got some leftover chicken thighs I'm going to do them with some noodles. I'll make just a little glaze or like dressing to go with them, with like peanuts and sesame and stuff like that. And I'm just going to serve them with some noodles, but also just with some like steamed, some fried and then steamed pak choi, which I'm kind of obsessed with. I'm someone that's never been the most adventurous when it comes to veggies, but I think I've kind of fallen in love with these recently, just how simple they are. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've got, some classic, sometimes I've been using spring onions and he's just got the tops left and different bits of spring onions rather than the whole thing. So I'm just going to fry these up in some garlic. I've got two nice garlics here. Sorry, ooh, R.I.P. the middle bit, the little baby one. So yeah, so I'm just going to cut up some garlic here. I'm going to do it with these and see how we get on. I kind of do almost something like a stir fry almost every day generally, because I think it's just so versatile. You spend a bit of money up front on the ingredients, but I have so much, unfortunately I have a small kitchen, so as you can see, because it's out everywhere, I have so many different ingredients, which is awesome. But yeah, so once you have the ingredients, I think it's just so easy to make like something really nice, but still fairly healthy and quick and everything, almost every day. So pak choi already is done straight away. I'm going to put this in the pan. I'll come back. I'm going to prep that because it will only take a couple of minutes, so I don't want that to... I'm not going to get anything going with that. Yes, I'm just going to I'll show you. That's just going to get that in the pan, get that face down, and what we'll do is we'll fry that off in a minute on a really high heat. Finish it with a lid on, with a bit of soy and a bit of black vinegar to really make that gorgeous. Then yeah, and I think for the glaze, what I'll do is let me just find a little jar. So yeah, so for the glaze, I'm just going to do it in this. I've got a bit of lemon. I'm actually going to save that. I want to maybe finish with that and do it with the half lime. Let's do it with a nice little base of lime in here. We'll start with. That should be lovely. Then let's just do a bit of peanut butter as well. I'm going to get a spoon out so I'm not using it with my fingers like an animal. I'm not pretending I'm above that, but I will try not to do it today for you guys. We'll use the spoon again. And then let's just sort of eyeball a bit of soy sauce in there, just to get that going. And I like a bit of honey in any sort of stir fry sauce. Oh, this is my hot honey. I don't want the hot honey. I actually want my normal honey, which is here. That hot honey's all crystallized a bit, but just a little bit, just like a teaspoon of honey. With some sesame oil, boop, splash, some vinegar. And just because, wouldn't be a cooking video on the internet if I didn't use miso as well. I mean, come on, you've got to use your miso. It's, it goes in everything. This one is well used as well, as you can tell. This one gets its steps in this one. So this will be it. I think, and what we'll do is obviously we'll adjust it to taste afterwards. You don't really need salt to start with anyway, because you have the miso and the soy, but we'll see how that gets on. And we're just going to give it a nice shake. I've managed to spray it everywhere. So this lid is not on properly, or the thing container's broken. Oh, the container's broken. Fantastic. We're going to take two on that one. Hey. We'll do it live. Let's just do it there. We'll just do it in the jar instead, and I'll make a note to throw that pot away. When I say make a note, I don't know making a note to. I'm just going to throw that pot away. Let's get all of this into a nice little cute bowl instead, and we'll do it in here. I like to shake it because you really get the emulsification. It becomes a lot easier to really mix it up. But hey, we'll do what we can do. So it's got this beautiful little dressing, but that's how we're going to finish the dish today. And it's that easy. I'm just going to wipe everything down for a minute because I've made such a mess. Failed. in front of the camera. I'm gonna count that as one. So, you know, whoever's counting, that's only one. Cool, so that's our glaze done. So that's beautiful. I'm just gonna keep that to the side. I'm also gonna just cut up a few spring onions to be ready for this later. They're kind of a little bit, they're hitting the edge. I'm gonna trim the ends off because they're they've been in the fridge for a few days. They're not quite as good as they were, but they're still gonna be gorgeous. That's all we need. Some bit of greenery to go into the dish. I do love spring onions. They're kind of my favourite form of like allium and onion at the moment, because you just kind of, you get the whites if you want to cook them down like a normal onion, fantastic. You also get the greens, so bit of a win-win. So we're gonna do that. We've got the spring onions now, and I managed to cut up managed to not see there's a bit of rubber band attached. So the dark side of YouTube, RIP rubber band, you hardly knew. Along with some garlic. It's very weird because I can smell this like peanut and everything like that, which is gorgeous. I've also got elderflower in the background from this other video. So yeah, interesting flavour combinations. So I've got two of these, and one is going to go in the stir fry, and then one is going to go into the pak choi. The pak choi one, it will cook a bit more gently, so I'm going to dice that up a little bit finer, nothing too fancy here. This is not a good display of my knife skills, but let's just thin it down a little bit, just so that I can cook slightly better and a bit more evenly. I'll put that in near the end of the pak choi, so just got a slightly finer dice here. Really should be using my chef's knife rather than my little small paring knife for this. But hey, we live and we learn. And that's basically what you think. I'll move that lemon. I don't think I'm going to use that. So the rest of the lime I'll probably finish with in the end. And yeah, we're good to go. So look, we're just going to do it live, or more or less live. Now everything's sort of set up. So what I'm going to do is I've just boiled the kettle. I'm going to just into the pan. I'm just going to put in one thing of noodles, only a little one today, with my kettle. That's off screen at the moment, but I know I've brought it in front of the camera again, but hey, that's not the most exciting thing to see. So that's boiling. That's going to take about 5 minutes to cook while that's all going on and that's happening. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get everything else moving. So what I was going to do is I have a couple of chicken thighs here that I cooked from Costco that I cooked. I'm going to start with I'm just going to get these shredded, you know, fairly roughly, just generally, you know, just generally sort of shredded a bit. Can use all this meat. This is what we're going to have as our like protein today. That's gorgeous. I love making a nice little stir fry with some leftover chicken. So let's just get that sorted. Anything left, don't worry, it won't go to waste. I will gnaw it off the bone, off camera, like an animal. So don't worry about that. Just going to slice it up a little bit, just to shred it down slightly. Cut some of the skin, especially. There we go. Beautiful, lovely. That's going to be our meat. Now let's get that cooking. So let's get everything cooking. Let's get the pak choi on as well. Now I'm going to move you guys over to here so you guys can see a bit better what's going on with dinner instead. Let's see how that looks. That look okay? Yeah, that looks about right. Cool. So I'm going to get the pak choi on in a really hot pan. To get that going, I'll get that pan heating up. And we're also going to get the stir fry going as well. So get that heated up. We're going to start off with our garlic in. It's all going to come together very, very quickly. So I'm just going to get everything moving. Let's turn that down. We do not need that. We do not need the noodles to be cooking quite so aggressively. So yeah, we don't need that cooking quite so aggressively. We'll get that going. Get the noodles spread a bit. Pan always takes a minute to heat up, even on the hottest heat. It's really good about cooking about electric is they're actually super hot, but they do take a while to actually get going. Same with this pan, like they actually take a while to heat up. We'll see how that goes. Get the garlic cooking, just gently. Well, not gently, you want it nice and aggressive, but it's taking a while to heat up, so let's see how that goes. Noodles won't actually be too long, so I don't want them cooked too heavily. There we go. Oh my god, the garlic, you can smell. Classic garlic, you can smell it cooking before you can see it cooking, and it's smelling fantastic at the moment, which is good. I'm gonna pop my face down here so we can see, but yeah, it's looking really good. Hope you guys are enjoying this different format of video. That's a really creepy angle. I'm gonna go a little bit lower. Okay, so there we go. The garlic is going. I'm gonna go in with the bottom half of the spring onion. It's still quite green, so I only had the bottom half of it. Gonna get that going. That moving around. Choi is starting to sizzle as well, which is great. The noodles are not far off done for where we want them to be for this. So yes, the pak choi is going, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to, now that's starting to fry a little bit, we're going to put in just a couple of tablespoons of water. That one. I don't have a perfect lid for that frying pan, so we're just going to use that one. I think that'll do. There we go. Oh, this smells fantastic now. This is going nicely. Let's get all the chicken in there. We just want this cooking through. Once again, it's all already cooked. All right, here, throw some chicken on the ground again. So me, I'm just throwing everything on the ground today. Let's get the chicken into the pan. Once again, just need to heat through. Get some of the flavour from the skin, which would be great. I think you can hear everything, but everything smells great. Pak choi doesn't smell like cooking. So I can't smell it, I can hear it cooking rather. It's got nice and hot. We do want a little bit of salt in here. Only a little bit. The pepper. We're making progress. Choi is going nicely. We don't want it to be overcooked, so that's actually beautiful. The noodles are almost done. In fact, I would probably say, for our purposes, they probably are done. In which case, it's just because we're not quite ready. I'm going to drain them. I would often just pour them straight into the pan, but I'm going to drain them now because the stir fry isn't quite ready yet. Instead, we've got those ready to go. Now the pak choi. Now it's probably 2/3 the way cooked. We're going to top it with a bit of fresh garlic. Finish that up. Get that garlic cooking through. This is nearly ready. Have our glaze still here, ready to go. It's looking fantastic. Or maybe glaze is the wrong word, maybe a little sauce is ready to go. Be great on this at the end. Okay, now I smell that. I'm actually going to put a bit of fish sauce in it, kind of eyeballing it here. And knock everything over again. Bit of fish sauce in there. Bit of soy in there. And a tiny bit of sesame oil as well. Oh, nice fragrance. It is smelling absolutely fantastic. You can see how long it's taken, a couple of minutes and we're basically there. So, now what we're going to do, we're going to get our sauce going in here. We'll turn the heat down now, we don't need it so hot anymore. Get our sauce in here, done. Coat everything quickly. With the sauce, noodles in, bang. Sure you know one of the best ways just to toss it. It's one of the best way to coat the noodles. That's what we need there is a little bit thick. Pour a bit of the water in, it's draining out. That will help. That'll help on that one big time. Much better. Still quite thick because you have the peanuts and the miso in there, so it will be quite thick. So if you need a bit of water, extra water, that's also fine. I quite like quite a thick style sauce, but even for me, that's probably pushing it ever so slightly. But this is basically done. It's smelling incredible. I'm going to turn the heat up on that one, carry over, we can finish that one. And our pak choi is done as well, look at that, absolutely stunning. I'm going to take the lid off just to cut out the last of the water. what we'll do. We'll come back over to plate things up a bit. We'll move you back over again. What we have here. Gonna heat up there. That's cooked. So, our beautiful noodles here. Nice and healthy, no issues there. Just a nice sauce and some leftover noodles with our I like a lot of spring onions at the end with a wedge of lime over the top. Also serve it with another wedge of lime too, so we've got that ready to go if we want it. So we have that. And then let's do our pak choi. What I like to do on another plate. I like to serve it separately. I don't necessarily want it all on one plate. It doesn't need to look too pretty, honestly. I think pak choi looks gorgeous just as it is always. And then of course, we're not going to finish it any other way, are we? You couldn't not finish it with a little drizzle of chili oil. This is the really hot one. I love this one, the Lee Kung Kiki one. But it is fiery. So I'm going to enjoy that. Now, let's have a look. 1 second. So, now all I've done there in the interim is just wiped down my board. And there we have it. We have a beautiful noodle dish with some pak choi. I'm going to bring the camera over to you. So here we have our beautiful noodles with a nice like dressing we put on there. And we have our beautiful pak choi with chili oil, sesame and soy as well.